Hey, good morning to y'all. Yeah, it's a bit early. I know it's a bit early to talk about this topic, but I wanted to, you know, for those bystanders, should I say, the guy sitting on the side and just curious how ELD's going. Well, don't get confused now. It's awesome and it's crap. It's good and it's bad, in short. I don't think the feds realize what they're gonna do to the industry. And in a lot of cases, the feds feel like they're on top of things and on top of other people. But you know, this situation, I think, is gonna make them settle down, because they're just like people and they buy their food for the most part just like we do. So, in my honest opinion, there's a lot of good in ELD and there's some bad. So there's multiple ways this thing could go. Just wanted to throw out there some food for thought. So that's what this little video is going to be all about. So don't go there bombarding me. No, this is what it is. That's how it is. Well, quite frankly, no one really knows what is going to, how it's all going to shake down. But anywho's, a few hot topics about this is, first way I see it happening, the good way, the good thing. It's going to shake off. It's going to shake down the industry. It's going to clean it up a bit. Sorry, Fard. Thank you, sir. And shake down the industry and clean it out real quick. Those guys that are just out there to... It goes to the video I released out recently. They're out there just chasing the money. They're out there just, hey, the grass is greener there, they just hop over, and then the grass is greener over there, they hop over. Shake down the shake down the industry. Clean it out from all these guys just hopping around. Because if you ask a typical driver, one-man show kind of guy, and this is roughly what you're gonna get. ELD's a dead end, and I'm out, And ELD in a lot of cases is a dead end. In some cases, it's the future. But let me finish my point. Is these guys that are hopping around, they're not going to be able to make the money the way they've been able to make it, and they're hopping out. From December 18th till today's date, 20% of the trucks are parked. And from the 18th of December, I think it was the 13th or the 15th of April, it's all, warnings if you get pulled over with something, and then it might be tickets. But after that, it's out of service. You're done, son. I don't know what the DOT thinks, that once they put you out of service, all of a sudden you're going to find a ELD to hook up, or what? I don't know, but that's their understanding. Back to these guys that are hopping around. They're going to bounce. 20% of them already did, and I presume another 30% are just going to shut down in April. What is it doing to the industry? It's shaking it up really hard, a lot harder than you think it would. ELDs is not a practical way of doing business. ELDs is what big trucking companies do when they're in the crapper. Big trucking companies don't have an option, and they can save their breath by saying, well, we're going safe. You could save that safe for another time. They're forced because the feds came down on them saying, hey, you guys, safety scores are through the roof, which is a bad thing. The higher the score, the means least of the safe company you are. I'm gonna try to stay focused here. Sorry, guys. But anyway, so this whole nonsense of ELD is safer is a bunch of hoax. But it does provide other benefits. Talk about them later. So, that's probably the first thing that's going to shake down this industry. The reason for the shakedown. Second thing is, I started talking about the feds and I got out of it. Feds, if they don't sober up, or the government, or the president doesn't fix it, well, the president could sign an executive order and tell them to all go pound sand and reverse the mandate. But in my honest opinion, I don't think that's the best decision. That's not the best solution. I think the best solution would be to continue with the ELDs, but a better system. What they have have now is a bunch of crap, in my opinion. You know, can't do this, can't do that, can't fix this, can't fix that. You know, I like their idea of an automatic onboard tracking device. You know, that makes sense, you know. I think that's what they should mandate and just keep it at that, you know. So the guys could still pretty much write their own logs. And don't bombard me saying, retard, you don't know how to run a yield. No, I'm not. You know, obviously I'm not a driver. I don't deal with it every day. But obviously I had to set up quite a few of them. But anywho's, so there you have it, you know. That's my honest opinion. But let's focus back to what I was saying. And if they don't change this ELD mandate, guys, the rates are nearly doubling, okay? What does that mean on the final price? You think you're not going to pay out of your pocket for that expense? Oh, the hell you are. Oh, you're so going to be doing it. And I feel sorry for we the people screwing ourselves over. That's what's going on. You know, I haul steel and I haul food. Steel isn't going anywhere, but food, it's doubling. Why? Because as soon as, let's just, sorry guys, I have a hard time driving and focusing sometimes. So sometimes you'll see me park. You know, back to the point, like the food, for example, let's say those apples were picked. They could sit there for some time, but they can't sit there for too long. And already as loaded as the industry is, it's a no-no. You can't have those apples sitting there much longer, you know? So once their first problem is the unfinished projects of the ELD, let's leave it at that. The ELD system isn't perfected quite yet. They need to change a few things and it'll be just fine. They're gonna slow truckers down quite a bit. So that's putting a strain on these guys trying to, let's just stick to apples like I mentioned. It's going to put a strain on getting these apples out. But what's going to just blow and shake down the industry is the fact that you're now missing 20% and rates are doubling. What in the world are you geniuses going to do when 30% more are going to park? And they are going to park more. You know, that's my personal thing at 30%. You guys got to realize 70% of the trucks on the road are small owner-ops, you know, small little fleets are part of this, you know, like one man, let's just say from 1 to 10 trucks. Companies that are from 1 to 10 trucks, that's 70% of the trucks on the road, guys. What in the world are you going to do if 50% of those trucks are going to park? You think Swift and all those guys are going to handle it for you? Bull crap. They can't handle jack. Usually Swift doesn't even haul anything expensive as far as product goes. Anyways, I have no intentions of bombarding Swift, but lately Swift has been a hot topic on Facebook, you know. Like someone, like a trucker will hit something and you'll see, thank God it wasn't Swift this time, you know. Whatever, you guys get the point. You guys that are in the trucking industry know how it goes about Swift. Anyways, just a joke on the internet. Guys, I gotta wrap up my video and I just realized how big of a video I started. I'm gonna have to keep it really short. So yeah, these are just two little things that are gonna shake up the industry. You know, first one, the ELD not being perfected and being mandated is a big no-no. ELD idea is a good idea, but fix it all the way. Or just simply go back to the automatic or onboard tracking device, pretty much is what it is. You know, but anywho's, guys, that's gonna put a time restraint. And then the second one, the guy's saying, you know, hell that I'm done, is gonna put a huge strain on the industry. It's good for us. I mean, it's good for us, the guys that are staying in there. So that's why at the beginning of the video I said it's good and it's bad. You know, it's really good. It's really bad. You know, there's just certain things you gotta, points of views you gotta look at it to, you know, to go one way or another. But like for me, you know, ever since the mandate came to effect, things like slowed down, sort of froze, people like revised, you know, reconsidered, repositioned, you know. I'm not talking specific loads. I'm saying on average, loads are nearly doubling this week. Yes, I know it's the holidays, guys. Don't get me wrong, you know. there's more than doubling. Don't be ignorant to the fact that I'm telling you it's average, okay? That's all I'm telling you. So, and it's specifically in the food department, you know, like, what are they going to do? When that Fed comes home and his wife tells him he's paying, you know, he just paid $5, $6, $7, $10 for that gallon of milk, he's really going to think about it. If he should have been part of that program of enforcing these ELDs, because what's going to happen? The freight cost is going to double at minimum, if not triple. The shippers are going to have to pay that. So now the shippers are mostly, I mean, you have warehouses, but for the guy that's selling this product, profit line just went down, or might even go negative for the first few loads. What does he have to do? He has to raise the prices of the product to cover the shipping. And guess who's going to pay for all of that? The end user. You that are going to go there and buy that gallon of milk. You that are going to go there and buy that bag of chips. That's stupid, guys. It's stupid. So yeah, as I said, I started a topic. I didn't realize how big it's going to go. But anyways, I better start my day here. That's the point. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. Good side, guys like me, they're hanging in there and figuring their crap out. Well, it's not hanging in there. Guys like me, they're like, dude, I got this. You know, I got to figure this out. I'm in it for the long run, nothing short. You know, I'm not gonna park the trucks. Too young to do that stuff, anyways. So, yeah, we have to gain from it. A little bit of headache with the ELD, but for not being perfected, not the whole system, not the idea. The idea is not bad. It's the system that's not quite finished yet, and they just pushed it out there on us. Yeah, I mean, we have to gain from it. A few guys dropped off. A few more guys are gonna just keep dropping off, and we're gonna start collecting. You know, the reefer industry has been suffering for a while, so I guess it's our time to recoup. Anyways, boys, y'all behave. Take care. And as always, have a mighty fine day.